Now be tuning to Unapologetically Daphnique podcast.
Hey, what's up, y'all, and welcome to another episode of Unapologetically Daphnique podcast. Okay, I got a special guest today in the house, Amir K, an accomplished music executive.
Yes.
Mr. Important, but not famous.
Absolutely. Yes. What's up, D?
Okay, so how did you get Mr. Important, not famous?
I came up with that on my own, actually.
We know that. I'm just messing
I'm
with
saying, like, I used to be Lil Duval's road manager, and Duval used to say shit like, man, I'm famous. And then I was like, okay, yes, you are. And I was like, how can I brand myself? You know, and I was just like, okay, for every famous person, there's about 10 to 15
important people
helping make it this one person famous. So I just was like, all right, important, not famous.
I like that. That's a good tagline.
Yeah,
you put that shit on the shirt.
I definitely have shirts with it on it.
Oh,
already.
okay, yeah.
And I used to have like
definitely brand that.
Yeah, and I used to have like a this was before podcasting, but I used to have an internet radio show called Important Not Famous in Atlanta. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
I know a whole bunch of people that ain't important and ain't famous at all.
I mean, listen, we have to have all of that. We can't just have a whole bunch of important and famous people. We have to have less of all of
different
both
dynamics.
Exactly, yeah.
You know.
Somebody got to
a whole
check out
bunch
the
of people
trash.
famous online, but they ain't important at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. The internet allows for people to, misperceive themselves even. So.
Okay. You be like, yo, why you standing in line like everybody else?
Exactly. Nah, it's and then you know what? Ain't no putting the toothpaste back in the tube. It ain't like it's about to go away or things are gonna get better. I don't believe things will get better when it comes to online and social media. I think it's too far gone. I think if anything, it'll get worse.
You think so?
Yeah, because you got a whole generation of people who grew up with that only. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's coming out too, because that's what the next generation is. Gen A for alpha and Gen B for beta. So those are the next, that beta test, they gonna grow up only on internet. They not gonna know nothing else. So they gonna be retarded.
Yo, that's funny as shit, because at the end of the day, it's like, even for me, like, I'm an older gentleman, right? But I still like to write shit down. So
yeah, you just killing trees at this point.
But
it's a whole community that'll come after you and cancel you because you still writing on paper.
Right.
But they're like, yo, you using paper, son?
But the process of writing means it sticks in your memory a little more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what your notes is for on your cell phone.
So you can go back to them. But these youngers ain't doing none of that shit. They ain't got a motherfucking write. They don't even teach writing in school no more.
Yeah, look like I got another Gen X on the episode. Baby boomer-ish on the episode.
Gen X. I think I'm Gen X.
No, yeah, you definitely Gen X.
Yeah, I'm definitely Gen X.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that it is getting better though. Because what I like about it is that it's slowly getting away from gatekeepers.
Oh, well, I mean,
for me to have my sketches be seen at the numbers and the audience that I have received on my own, for me just being able to literally have a cell phone and upload content has never before been done.
It's a gift and a curse. You're absolutely right.
It's a gift in the fact that back in the day, you had to go through one of the sketch shows was SNL, Mad TV, you know what I mean? Living Color. But nowadays, I can do all of that from my cell phone.
There is a beauty in that. However, when you got motherfuckers who not, listen, that side of it to me is the beauty of it, right?
Yeah.
But when you got people who might be going through something and instead of people helping them, they pull out their phone and record it. Like that's...
Yo, that happened to me the other day. I was downtown LA at this party at the Ritz-Carlton. I came outside, I walked across the street, and when I walked across the street, I saw a city bus going about 70 miles an hour. And I was like, that's, your mind tell you something weird, but then you don't put it all the pieces together because it's happening so fast. I was like, my mom was like, why the hell is that city bus going so fast? And I heard the city bus go, and hit the corner. And I heard boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
So then I got in my car. I drove over to the scene. My home girl was like, yo, girl, did you know you was actually on the scene of the crime? You was like trespassing at this point. I was like, yo, I didn't even think about it. But I went over there. I parked my car right to the scene. This city bus had got hijacked and somebody ran it into the Ritz-Carlton. I was there.
Yes.
When I came and drove my car right there on the scene of the crime, I went over and I saw it had hit like a suburban pickup truck.
Mhm.
And then I saw when I turned right there by the scene of the crime, it had hit this Mercedes. Looked like it was like a Mercedes that was like a 1990s Mercedes or something. Real nice old school Mercedes. And then I didn't notice that someone's sitting in the car. So I went over to the bus and I was looking in the bus trying to see, but I'm like, why? This guy looked like a bus driver. He dressed like a bus driver. Why was he driving like that and ran into the Ritz-Carlton? So then I go over there, I go back towards my car. I talked to these two Hispanic guys that worked at the Ritz-Carlton. They showed me video. I have the video footage of this black male with a hoodie running with a duffel bag away from the scene of the crime. They was like, he was the one that was on the bus. He hijacked the bus. So then I went back over to the bus driver to see why he was pacing back and forth on his cell phone. I look down, I see a gun, a Glock. You know, I got one. So I was like, oh shit. Oh, that ain't mine. Mine at the house. You know what I mean? But I was like, that's a gun.
Yeah. Yours is not at the house, allegedly. It's not at the house. No, it's not at your house.
No, it's registered.
Yeah, okay.
You can, when your shit registered. No, I want people to know I got a gun in this bitch just in case you think you about to follow me home. Bang, bang. You know what I mean? So you got to let people know where you at with things. You know what I mean? You come over here, we got bullets.
Hot balls.
Okay. Yeah. You try all that bullshit. You can stalk these other social media people, but you stalk me, you go, this is Los Angeles County, so you got to meet me at my house. Meet me at my house. I can't go outside with the gun. Oh, yeah, but if you meet me at my house, I got a gun. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh shit, that's a Glock. So then I went back over and I told the police. I was like, sir, officer, they had just got on the scene of the crime. At first I told the security, I was like, go over there. And they were like scared. Then the police came and I was like, hey, officer, it's a gun over there. He said, what? Where? I said, right by the bus in the front. It's a gun. It's a Glock right there. He said, thank you. And he ran over there and then he secured the area off. But it was a girl that they had pulled out of the car. And I've already cried enough. But the girl was homeless and she sleeps in front of the Ritz-Carlton every night. And the staff knew her because they allowed her to sleep right there in front of the Ritz-Carlton. This is a safety thing. She was a black woman, looked to be about in her 40s. They had to pull her out the car and all the skin in the middle of her forehead was ripped off. Just blood gushing from her forehead. And when I saw it, when I first got out of my car, they hadn't pulled her out of the car, but I recorded the bus. By the time they pulled her out and I saw the skin, I never recorded her. I don't have her on my phone at all. But it was disgusting to see that people were standing there recording her, somebody at their weakest moment. Like, what are you recording this woman for? You're not helping. This is not a part of the investigation. It's nothing that can help. You're just sitting there recording someone at their weakest moment right now. This girl literally, imagine sitting there. They kept trying to lay her on the ground and she wouldn't lay down. And she kept getting up and they were like, sit down, please. And she was getting up because her mind was so shocked. Imagine you sleeping in front of the Ritz-Carlton every night and you feel safe. And out of nowhere, just the chances of a bus being hijacked
and then it
hitting your car and the whole skin of your forehead is ripped off and you bleed and people standing there recording. Now people did go over and help, but it was just the fact that like 4 or 5 people that wasn't news outlets or anything was recording that moment. And I was just like, why? Soon as I saw that lady was like that, I put my phone away. I already got enough evidence for the police because I'm a part of the investigation now. You know what I mean? I'm helping. I airdropped the video. I had the guy airdrop me. I'm airdropping. You know, get this motherfucker off the streets.
Absolutely. But see, here's the thing. Like I said, it was more people out there filming that young lady with her head wide open. And all they're going to do is go post that shit.
For what? Who needs to see that? That's what's crazy about society nowadays and the sickness of it is because that person probably in that moment thought about, ooh, people come to my page and like, and maybe it'll help my little bullshit ass small business or whatever. I'm just making up shit because I ain't know these people. But the fact that you could record somebody that's bleeding from their head, as soon as I saw that shit, I was like, I would never have that shit in my phone unless it was something that I witnessed or seen that could help the police.
Listen. I had a really good friend, a brother, you know, somebody tried to kill him last year.
Wow, last year?
Yeah. And somebody sent me a video of him after he was shot. Like they must have brought him back into the restaurant. And somebody sent me a video of him like fighting for his life.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
God.
why the fuck is the camera out? Like, first of all, and then why would you send me that shit?
Cause you can't. Did you know that you can't use your video camera and talk to the on the phone at the same time?
I do
You
know
have
that.
to stop doing one.
Right.
So the fact that you have a video of that shit means you're
She
not
wasn't
even
helping.
calling the police.
And that's what I'm
You're
saying.
of no. You're not
Yeah,
calling 911. You're not calling the ambulance. You're not getting any help. And when somebody is about to die, they have seconds.
So that's the curse part
Yeah.
of the internet or social media or whatever the case may
People
be.
are so desensitized.
They are, and that's what I mean. Like that part of it, you cannot put back in the toothpaste
Yeah.
tube. You know what I'm saying? Listen, get all the money you can from any way you can from, I mean, legally, I guess, or sensible.
I'm okay with a little illegal money.
Okay,
As long as
whatever.
you ain't killing people and
As long as
hurting
you ain't
people.
killing no
Leave the
people, you
kids
ain't doing
alone.
nothing
You
to
know what I mean?
kids,
Some
right?
of
Yeah.
these grown niggas need to die. But other than that, you know, I ain't want to say it. Yeah. Nigga ain't got all your money. He shouldn't have smoked up your shit. You know what I mean? But leave the kids alone.
Leave the kids alone.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the part about the social media part. Like I said, it's a gift and a curse. It feels like, yeah, you can make money, you can do stuff, you know, you can monetize it relatively fast. You don't have to, you know, I don't necessarily think you shouldn't have gatekeepers. I think we do need some quality control in this shit.
Oh, because you feel like the quality control of social media is gone.
It's definitely gone.
Yeah, because anybody can make content nowadays. I remember back when I was making content, I started in 2017, but I really started in 2012 back with Vine. I used to Vine with some of the big Viners.
Yes.
King Batch, Amanda, Simone Shepherd, all of them. We used to Vine back in the day, but I got out of it because it would take 6 second. I mean, 6-second video would take like an hour and a half. So we was all day just to shoot these little Vines, right? Because we was trying to sketch it out within 6 seconds, and if they didn't have editing tools, so if you messed up, you had to start all the way back from the top. You know, but it taught us the hustle, and I think to get a lot of us sustained and being able to make a lot of money off of it nowadays. But the thing nowadays is I saw this kid on TikTok, 3.5 million followers. He's handicapped. He's a triplet. Came out like, you know, severely crippled and stuff like that. But he sits on there and just twerks. And that's 3.5 million. So it's obviously it's not like he's making a structured type of twerk video or teaching or a skill or anything. It's just simply just standing there dancing and doing little rap lyrics to City Girls, and that stuff blows up. Now, I'm not mad that somebody like that is making a career out of being an influencer, but it took away a lot of the work ethic that a lot of us put in. And maybe I sound old because I'm a millennial, you know, and these are Gen Zers and on down, you know, making content. But it's just like, yo, we used to have to really work that shit out, write shit, come up with ideas, shoot it, reshoot it, edit it, and all of this when somebody can just come and surpass you with numbers just from things. You know, I believe in gatekeepers, and I'm not saying that particular person needed a gatekeeper, but just in other instances of shit,
quality control,
bullshit.
If nothing else, and
television has always had quality control.
Absolutely, like
standards and procedures.
Absolutely, we need standards and procedures because those things affect values. Like standards and procedures affect values.
Yeah.
And I don't really know if a lot of people, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, my kids give me hope.
Yeah.
You understand
you got good kids though.
Exactly. So, and I know most of my kids.
But a lot of these other niggas out here ain't giving me no hope at all.
My immediate circle, my friends, they kids are good too.
Because y'all were fathers.
And yes, I think it's that, but I also think even the ones of us who fathers weren't around, we knew what that shit felt like. So we was like, oh nah, we ain't doing that shit.
Not doing that. Yeah.
Exactly. But I still feel like, you know, with it's open sesame now.
But I'm gonna be honest though, you said you knew what that felt like, but as a woman, if I had a child, say I had a child, I got pregnant by somebody that was like 6'6", 200 pounds solid, I would want him to leave our child's life.
Why?
Because my child will be like the next LeBron James. Because the child has the genetics. Now we just need the father aspect to leave. Yeah,
That's
we just absolutely need an absentee father so the kid can just work hard in the gym the whole life of not, because they really dealing with emotions of being sad inside of not having a father, and it causes them to work hard. So they work so hard that they hope that their father will come back in their life. And that might be the type of child I want to birth.
So you trying to create another LeBron James?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I want the daddy to be in jail, just leave us, don't never answer the phone, come around maybe on the 5th birthday. We don't see him for another 15 years. So my kid can be a billionaire NBA player. But I can only do that if somebody came into my life and they was like, you know, a little short king, then I'm like, no, you got to be a father because you're a short king. We can't count on this baby to be an all-star athlete. But if I wanted my kid to be an all-star athlete, I want a built big-ass dude, and I want him to just leave us alone.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
he could grow up and still be like
Steph Curry. Yeah, I don't need that. He's light skinned. He's soft a little bit, you know, a little soft. You know,
that's crazy.
I want a Draymond Green. You know what I mean? I want a kid that can fight. You know.
I wonder if Draymond. I think Draymond's dad is in his life.
Not the way he be attacking people on that court. That is a single mother behavior. Everything that Draymond exhibits is single mother all day. Single mother that smoked weed, worked 2 jobs, left him at the grandma house all the time. Never went to none of his basketball games. That is what Draymond Green.
I once heard Tupac say, he's like, man, of course I'm emotional. I was raised by a woman.
Yeah.
And
he made some of the greatest music. Imagine if Tupac had a father. We wouldn't have got all that. We wouldn't have got Dear Mama.
If his father
we
was
wouldn't
in
have got
his
the
life.
blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That came from a tapped emotion of being raised by a woman only and not having a father in his life. We wouldn't even have the greatest rappers in history that are lyrically inclined like that if they had fathers.
Around.
Yeah.
Damn, that's kind of...
That's some deep shit.
Jay-Z's dad wasn't around.
Yeah.
Nas's dad was around. But I think some people are just born to do what they doing. Biggie's dad wasn't around.
Yeah.
Damn,
he's one of the greatest rappers ever.
That's a
Dwayne Wade daddy wasn't around. Mama was a crackhead. You know what I mean? Just if you look at it.
That's an interesting take.
Black men without fathers, straight to the top. What? Think about it. Barack Obama daddy wasn't even around.
Yeah, my dad wasn't around.
Yeah, look at you. You're a music exec.
I mean, I know a lot of
But see, I had a daddy. Daddies work different for girls.
So
if I ain't have a daddy, I could have been a hoe.
So and you get it, right? So I think when you have
y'all work harder when y'all got no daddy. Women, we just be like, nah, we just gotta sell pussy. It's just no catch-22. I'm on to something.
When you're a girl dad, your goal is to keep her off the pole.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you like, yo, I gotta keep whatever I gotta do to keep them all.
I feel like my career could be here if I didn't have a father and also a mother who loved me and was never in competition with me and didn't hit me. My parents were gentle parents. They didn't even whoop me.
Okay.
So with that being said, I think I could be here if I had all of that, if I was raised more off of survival and less off of love, because then I could have just fucked my way to the top. I'm already here.
I think
all I gotta do is suck 1 or 2 dicks and I'm just out of here.
I think, but
I got morals.
Yeah.
Standards.
But still, though, even if you do that, you still should know what the fuck it is you doing. It shouldn't be just I'm fucking and sucking to the top. You should know, okay, I'm fucking and sucking my shit to get to the top, but I still know the job.
Yeah. I ain't gonna suck that dick over there. That's a janitor's dick. But I'm gonna go over here with the president, CEO.
However you see fit.
I'm a Stormy Daniels this. I'm gonna go all the way to the president. You know what I mean?
However you see fit.
Not Joe Biden. You know, he too old.
Not Joe?
Joe get some black pussy. He ain't really out of here. He really dead.
Yeah, he gonna die. He gonna die in that black pussy.
Because he don't really like black people. So if he was on it, he'd be like, no. And he'll just die.
Joe really don't like black people.
He don't.
He's like Brian on Family Guy.
Yeah, and people just ignore it.
Exactly.
It's specifically black people.
Exactly. Nah, man. I mean, shit, speak on it. What we doing? We voting or we sitting this shit out?
Hey, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah.
It do seem a
little...
little...
sitting it out is almost a vote for the person Trump. You don't want to go. But yeah, I ain't opposed to Trump either. I just got to see what he's talking about.
I mean, listen, I think people need to vote for their interests.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't
People
gonna
really need to vote locally. That's where
That's
people
really-
really messed up. The
That's
president don't even matter. By the time it get to the president, it
Ding,
don't
ding,
even
ding,
matter.
ding,
You need
bell.
to vote locally with your local judges in
Yes.
your community. You
Yes.
need to be more
Your
involved
sheriffs,
and vote
your
every
mayors.
2 years. Y'all
Yes.
wait every 4 years and wonder why we in the bad predicaments that we in.
Exactly.
And I'm one of them people. That's why I can speak from.
Yeah. Nah, I vote
I'll
locally.
go down there and vote. You vote locally?
I vote locally if I'm in town.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to actually go
if I
and
ain't got
do
nothing
it.
else to do.
No. If I'm here, I'm
if the
voting.
lottery amount is low.
I'm definitely voting if I'm here.
If
I know
don't
you
need
can
to take
do
a
it
nap.
like electronic. You know what they need to do? They need to make an app.
Yeah. And I scan my face.
Exactly.
The
Something.
ID me.
Yes.
Yeah.
There needs to be another way for people to vote instead of them either mailing the shit or like going to a school.
Yeah, but those hackers are so good nowadays that I think they can just hack anything.
I mean, they hacking it anyway.
Yeah.
Like we had a president, what was it, George Bush II? That was a straight hack job. They told us Al Gore won.
Brother,
No, they told us Al Gore won, and then went back and was like, "Oh nah, we fucked up." Florida and Ohio got us fucked up.
Yeah, this is like a mistake at the Oscars. It's like, oh yeah, wait, we got that messed up.
Act like y'all ain't hear that.
Yeah, act like you ain't hear that. Al Gore, you sit this one out, bro.
Sit this one out. So that's my point.
Forever. Because he ain't never become president.
He never went and was like, man, that's messed up how he did. He never did what Trump did. Like he never had a whole cult of people believing that he was the president. You know what I'm saying? Nobody rushed the Capitol, none of that because they felt like he was the president.
That's the
none
type
of that.
Fan support I want though.
Absolutely.
Nobody really talks about Trump's fan support. Do you know Trump be asking people for money too? You know his supporters donate to him monthly because somehow I done got on his text message list. I don't know how, but it's always asking me for donations.
Oh well, you done.
I don't know how they got my number.
Basically, you just told me who you vote for.
I ain't say I vote. I didn't. But
it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I ain't vote.
Listen, people with money look out for people for money. People who got money look out for other people who got money.
All I'm saying is I could be swayed to be Republican if y'all just say, we gonna ease up on you on the taxes. I'm not a hard sell.
Somebody need to do something about these taxes out here in California. Goodness gracious.
State
I think
taxes.
They charge us for the sun and the beach.
Yeah.
That's what we getting charged for. It can't, because it's homelessness everywhere out here. Like, I'm talking about it's homelessness. Like you talked about that was downtown LA with a lady, right?
Yeah.
But you can go to Beverly Hills and still see a gang of homeless people.
You see a gang of homeless people in Beverly Hills, not a gang.
I mean, you'll see them.
Yeah, but they be packing their ass up. Venice Beach is full of homeless people.
Venice Beach,
Santa Monica.
They
always by the water.
They always by the water.
In the inner city where the Lakers play and stuff like that, you always gonna see homeless people. It's like, bro, let the Lakers play.
Because they can catch a meal over there.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. We'll be paying all this.
I panhandled one time when I was younger, and it was good money.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mama got so mad when she found out. She was like, "What if any of my friends would have seen you?" I said, "Bitch, you should have gave me more of an allowance."
How much money did you make?
Yo, we used to make like $100.
Oh, it was a gang of y'all.
Yeah, it was like 3 of us. So when I had the car, so I would pull over in Detroit over there off of like 6 Mile. And we just wanted money so we can hang out all day and go hang out at the park and talk to niggas and just, eat and stuff like that, get gas. I would pull up to the gas station. We'll all get out the car. We'll all split up and individually ask people for money. I'm sorry, excuse me. We had a whole spiel. We Eastern Michigan, which I ended up going to the university, but I hadn't gone to the university yet. And I was like 17.
Okay.
So then we would pull up. We'd be like, "Oh, so sorry, but could you give us some money so we can get back to college?" And you'll be surprised. Black people will really help you in need, especially if you look clean. I think when the cleaner you look, the more money you can get from people. Because people be like, "Oh, you just down on your luck today. You'll be back up tomorrow." But when they think you out there doing that shit every day, they kind of like deterred a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, we would go up to people and we would probably get like $100 within about 30 minutes.
A piece?
Yeah, no, not a piece, like pooled together, 30 minutes. That's just asking people. People would put $10 of gas. Some people would just put the gas on the car, which we was fine because we wanted to ride around anyway. And some people would give us cash and that'd be the money we get.
So where are the other 2 friends that you used to do this with?
I don't know where the one girl is, but the other girl, I see her on Facebook every once in a while. She got a family.
Man, whose idea was this? Because that's
it was this one girl. I can't remember her name. I think her name was Courtney. It was her idea, if I'm not mistaken. It was her idea. She was like,
Yo, that's kind
She
of
was
crazy.
like raised different or whatever,
yeah.
but she used to come hanging out with our little suburban ass, and because I grew up in the suburbs, in Michigan, and then yeah, we would just get out there and we just panhandle a little bit,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
crazy.
we'd go in there and use some of the money to get gas, and we'd
Right.
go in the gas station, and it was an Arabic guy. He said, "I know you what y'all doing. Y'all do this. Y'all done been here a couple times." He said, "Pretty soon you're gonna have to give me a cut." I said, "Hey man, we getting gas and snacks from here," and he was
That
like,
is
"All
the
right,"
cut.
and he laughed. But we panhandled for about a week, but it was good
Oh
money.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was damn good money.
Well, I ain't never did nothing like that. The most
$100 in 30 minutes to an hour?
that's
Nah,
pretty
probably
impressive.
we went out there no hour, 30 minutes.
Was that the first time you made some money doing something?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
I mean, had you had a job before then?
Yeah, I had a job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
the most I've ever done is when I was young. I would like if they had like a fountain at the mall, I would get in there and take all the silver
No! You was getting wet?
Yeah,
that dirty ass water that they don't never clean.
Man, I didn't give a fuck about that. I had a pocket full of change.
What was people doing? Looking, or would you go at night when were you going at night when people wasn't really out, or was you doing the day?
At the mall, and I was like, "This is my spot. I'm about to be here all day." Moms and uncles and aunts walking around the mall all the time. Me and probably like maybe my little brother or some.
I bet white people was just like,
I don't care. I never cared what nobody thought. I know one thing left. I know one thing for certain. I left with a pocket full of change.
Hey, you couldn't even say you didn't do the crime if somebody walked up to you because they heard the jingle.
Man, I was jingling and jangling back then. Pause. I had it. Mike messing around, had $20 worth of quarters and dimes in your
pocket.
pocket.
I ain't mad at you. Shit, they throwing it in there.
Hey, man. I'm like, nah, that's for me. I left all the brown boys. I left all the pennies.
Oh, you know the pennies. Yeah, that's that way you down.
Yeah,
you gotta run. That's just extra weight. Yeah, that ain't even worth it.
That's the most I ever did something like that.
But see, that's how America is with black people. They just leave us behind. Nah, it's just you get it. You say I left all the brown boys.
Well, you know why they say they make the pennies brown, right? Because of Abraham Lincoln. They say he freed the slaves. Then they
got that nigga facing the
other way. Yeah, it is kind of ironic that it's all lined up like that.
Kind of dirty though.
Exactly.
Remember Harriet Tubman was supposed to be on the $20 bill?
Man, your man stopped that. Trump was like, hell nah.
Trump be coming through, but then sometimes he'll do shit like that to irritate me.
Yeah, you be
like they say
he
trying to reverse the civil rights bill.
Yeah, for what, man?
Like, leave us alone.
Leave
Trump.
us alone, bro.
Man.
Like, and you know what's so crazy?
First he was on Mexicans. Get back over there. Leave us alone. Man, I'm just joking.
But all the rappers used to rock with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His fights, all the fights was at Trump Towers. I mean, Trump Plaza and all that stuff. Everybody was living there.
But you couldn't buy a condo.
Jay-Z was talking about living in Trump Plaza.
He was talking about it. They wasn't gonna let that nigga move in.
But everybody was messing with him, and it's like now he like, man, shit.
He
but
like
you know what?
Pander towards
I like
whites.
my racists
up front. Yeah.
I like to know who they are up front.
Biden act like he cured from racism. That's what I don't like.
Yeah,
you know how when people had COVID, they was like, I got COVID, then they be like, I don't got it no more. That's how Biden is now. He act like his racism has been cured.
Yeah, like
racism can't cure itself the older you get. Nope. You can cure a young racist. I feel like maybe they grew up in a racist household. Then they go to college and they see something different. But Biden basically said, hey, y'all, I don't think I want to be racist no more. Dude, you're 70 years old. You gotta die racist, 80. Bro. You gotta die. Die racist.
Here's the thing.
You can't come back now.
Here's the thing, right? My mom says that in order for racism to completely go, her generation, which is Biden's generation, has to leave the
baby
earth.
Boomers. But you know what? It's too late because I don't know if you be seeing these young kids on the internet, these videos.
Racism is taught. It's something that you teach kids.
They done instilled it in quite a few of these little bastards.
Yeah, it's something that you teach young people. But I mean, listen, I was watching something yesterday and I forgot who was saying this. Maybe it was Morgan Freeman. He was like,
"Oh, Morgan Freeman, we listening to him?"
No, well, he was. Bill Maher.
He got a voice you can listen to.
He definitely got a voice that's listenable.
He was dating his granddaughter. It was weird.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Okay, well,
creepy.
Maybe
I don't think we should really take advice from him.
What
did he say? Just for the shit.
Well, he was talking about like the way to end racism is to stop talking about it.
No, racism's still alive. Yeah. I could not talk about it, but that don't mean it ain't gonna happen.
Or like stop acting like it's a thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's hella. That's
definitely a thing.
Yeah, that's why I knew.
That was
Even before you said it, I should have known we shouldn't have listened to nothing.
that's
you
some
said.
tap
Yeah.
dancing shit
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
some tap dancing stuff.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we was just talking about this on the last episode is classism, you know?
Absolutely. That's the
Classism,
thing.
you know, some black people, they get so high up in class that racism don't really hit them from every angle because they're bootstrappers. They
Yeah.
pulled themselves up by their bootstrap
Yeah.
and now they're rich and got all this money, so they don't
I know a lot of people like
experience
that.
racism that you experience on a lower level all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
So with that being said, they be like, yeah, they say shit like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen,
You know what I mean?
I know a lot of people like that. I know a lot of black people who have kind of like made it so that they don't have to deal with, or at least they feel like,
They ain't
because
dealing with it.
right, they ain't have
They
to
still
deal
being
with the.
called a nigga, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
on
See,
the
that's
low.
what I'm saying. So they deal with mostly.
It's passive. You know, a new thing I came up with:
Covert.
passive aggressive racism. So I think the higher up you go, you dealing with passive aggressive racists.
Okay.
Whereas the lower you are on the totem pole, you dealing with just pure racists, people who don't give a fuck because they ain't got shit to lose. But the more you have to lose, the more passive aggressive the racism goes to the top, because you think, okay, they as a black person gave me $1 million contract, but if you were white in the same position, they would have gave you 10 million.
It goes from,
so that's the passive aggressive racism. It's not in your face,
right?
But it's lingering.
It's either overt or covert.
Yeah,
like overt being like, you know, in your face,
nigger. You know,
exactly. Yes.
You're like, what the? I'm just crossing the street, sir.
Man, listen, it's still here. It ain't going nowhere. But I feel like, you know, the younger generation, maybe they don't see color as much as my generation or my mom's generation, or maybe
in
even
these
the
inner cities like what we live in. Like we from cities, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm from South Florida. You see it there. But we from big cities. You start to go to Montana, Iowa.
Oh, Middle America, I'm not talking about that. That's to me, that's a different
that's
place.
Majority where the white people at.
Yeah, that's a different place.
Yeah, so that's still 60% of the population.
Well, you got those people don't see black people.
Yeah,
unless
true.
they look at TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I had a lady at a comedy show say nigga to me.
What?
Yeah, and I said, and I paused because she threw me off so bad. I said, hey,
hold on, what did she say?
She was like, I said something to her, and she was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, something. I was just joking with her, and she dapped me up. She was like, yeah, because the niggas in my neighborhood.
Ooh, wow.
I said, so I stopped.
White lady?
Yeah, I didn't even get mad at her because she just felt so comfortable. She thought I was her friend, but I said, where do you live? And she told me where she lived. I said, do you live around black people? She said, no, not really. I said, do you think black people are bad? She said, yeah. I said, is it because of the news and the propaganda that you get on a daily basis? She said, yes. I said, that's okay. Yeah. I said, but you can't use it. And her brother and sister like, she's not like this. I said, she very much is like that. Yeah. I said, but it's also a learning experience that, you know.
That's what I was going to say. You got to make it a teachable moment.
If you look at the news every day and they showing you black people doing crimes and black people at their worst, and you live in middle of America, even though you step outside, it's nothing but white people that are doing meth and breaking into cars and stuff. You still don't see that as being as bad as you see black people who aren't even bothering you. Because most black people do crime against other black people. We step outside sometimes. We jump off the porch. Man. But statistically, we got to worry about black people versus little Karen over here or Ken.
I've been robbed at gunpoint before, and it was never by a white person.
I had a pull a gun on me too, and
I've had a couple of guns put on me, and it was never a white person. However, I do know how, you know,
if in the right circumstances, they will pull a gun on me, but you know what I mean?
I'm trying to think. Have I had a white person pull a gun on me? No, never had a white person, but I had a white person with them Confederate flags and all that kind of shit, act like they was with the shit.
I've been called a nigger before. Out here in Los Angeles. First and most here. I haven't. Yeah, they bold out here.
But I did when I first moved out here. I had an apartment over off of Crenshaw, and my neighbor used to complain about my music, and it wasn't even loud, but it was shitty like apartment. And I went down there to talk to her to discuss, you know, us being able to be, you know, cordial and living with each other, because she kept calling the landlord, and she had a whole Confederate flag hanging up in her apartment. Yeah, white lady. And then
so anything you did was gonna be a problem.
Anything. And once I realized that, and then we still had the conversation.
She lived downstairs below you?
She lived down below.
I would have just been jumping on trampolines, working out.
Well, I still was trying to be cordial because at the time I needed that apartment. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I was trying to like, but then I realized, white women's tears, they run the
Yeah.
world. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like wars and started over white women's tears. So I just was trying to like, and we in Crenshaw, you know what I'm saying? And last
What
thing
you
I
doing
need,
in your neighborhood?
man, last thing I needed was the police coming over there because of
Yep.
white ladies' tears. You
Yeah.
feel me?
But the poor ones, they're the worst.
And I don't really think she was poor. I wouldn't say she was poor.
Living in Crenshaw, even if
I
it's
wasn't poor,
but even if it's a nice neighborhood, that's not their go-to.
Nah, you right about that. I don't know what her circumstances were, but I do know that once I saw that Confederate flag,
Yeah,
it said everything I needed to know.
yeah, because
about
that ain't even a woman's thing. I always
she,
only see
she
white
tried to
men
tell
carry.
me she collect flags. I was like, oh, but
Yeah,
that's the only one you got hanging up.
Yeah, that's real suspicious.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I wanted to bring up because you're in the music industry, so I wanted to bring up now we've been having a lot of hip hop beefs lately.
I mean,
we had recently Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Listen, and I'm not respecting the beefs no more.
Well, why not? I mean, it's hip hop was based on.
I like beefs.
It comes from the dozens, so it's that's one element of it. Like, so it's supposed to be competitive and
I love it.
That kind of thing.
I love the competitiveness. I love the beefs. I love all that. I love what Cat Williams did to the industry to shake it up a little bit. I love all of that shit. I love the drama. I don't like to be in it, but I love it. Ooh, it's nothing like having something to talk about with your friends. Like, bitch, did you hear what this?
Yeah. Group chat.
But what I don't like about these beefs nowadays is that some of these rappers are doing beefs and not putting headshots on it.
I mean, they actually are.
Okay. Subliminal. Explain it.
Well, it's not subliminal if you know what they talking about.
But see, why do I have to, as the consumer, know who they're talking about? Back in the day when people had beefs, when Tupac had a beef with Biggie, he said their names. When you had Dr. Dre beef, they said names. When you had Ice Cube, they said the nigga name.
Yeah.
Nas said Jay-Z. It was no like, I have to really know this rapper's lyrics and to take this rapper's lyrics and relate it to his lyrics that he said. Like, I like it easy.
That's too easy. You got somebody that is clever and I would even say Drake is clever. Cole is clever. Kendrick is clever. You got supreme cleverness here.
Okay, so you brought up Drake. I mean, you just brought up Drake and you brought up Kendrick Lamar. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How long they been beefing? Because I don't know. See, I'm not a music connoisseur, so I don't know how long
they've been taking shots at each other for a long time. And I don't really, to me, it ain't beef if your mom is safe in the streets. Like, it ain't.
So you want people to lay down the murder game.
I'm saying, no, I'm just saying that's not beef to me, right?
Okay.
It's
so what
lyrical,
is that? What is that, like spam?
It's lyrical exercise and it's lyrical sparring.
Yeah.
In a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because beef is on sight.
Yeah.
And it ain't that.
Beef is I'm going to try to fuck your girl.
Or I'm going to fuck you up.
Well, because 50 Cent did that. He went and got T.
That was a different kind of beef.
Yeah, that was beef.
That was beef. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
That was a kind of, like, I think they saw Khaled's mom somewhere. And was like, that was beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this ain't that. This is really just hip hop.
But you can't be talking all this shit in your lyrics.
Yeah, you can.
So, Metro Boomin and Future just dropped a CD.
Amazing.
What do you think about producers and artists dropping CDs like that?
I think that should happen more often. I mean, Nas did it with Hit Boy. I wish every rapper found a producer and stayed in pocket with them for a series or two. I think that should happen.
A whole CD with only that producer.
This ain't the first time they've done it, but it should happen. I think that should be every artist's goal, every rapper's goal, is to find they pocket what they produce. And Nas did like 4 albums with Hit Boy.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying?
Only him, nobody else.
Only him and nobody else.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So actually, I think he did 5. So
that's a lot.
So I'm here for all of that, and nobody in future done already told you.
See,
you messing with Metro Boomin.
That. You know why? Because that doesn't give a chance for up and coming people. It's almost like
up and coming people. Up and coming people need to fuck with up and coming people.
Mm.
Like artists that are up and coming need to fuck with each other. Like, from all parts of the business, right? You got a young, uh, uh, creative, visual guy who does videos and all that kind of stuff. You got a young artist. They need to work together. Young producers, young artists, young
So
video
they can
guys.
build each other up.
Exactly. Instead of trying to catch the people that's already up there, no, catch the people that's beside you.
Yeah.
That's how this shit's supposed to go. So we can go up together. Now, as far as this rap shit,
yeah,
I'm here for all of the smoke. I love when.
Yeah, but I don't like this sparring. This.
I don't want. I don't necessarily need the directness. I wanted to be so clever that I got to figure out. That's just me. I want my hip hop to be like, go listen to that shit again.
But that's good for people that are real, true hip hop heads. I'm not. So I need you to put a headshot on it. I don't need to be reading the comment section trying to put together the pieces of the puzzle because the lyrics were so dope, but I don't really know who you putting headshots on. So Kendrick Lamar in the song with Future and Metro Boomin on their
It's called
new
Like
CD.
That, right?
It's called Like That.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar's verse. These niggas talking out they neck. Don't pull no coffin out your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say it's a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hope them sentiments symbolic. My temperature bipolar. I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up but can't be legit. No 40 water telling them, yeah, get up with me. Fuck sneak dissing, but he sneak dissing. First person shooter, I hope
Not
they
no more.
came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap. Diss Melly Mel if I had to. Get 2 Z's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. Lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Nigga bum what? I'm really like that. And your best work is a light pack. Nigga Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga bum for all your dogs getting buried. That's a K with all these 9s. He got a C Pete cemetery. Nigga bum. I don't know who the hell Kendrick Lamar is talking about.
So,
if they didn't tell me he was talking about Drake, I would have no idea.
Well, see, that lets me know that you don't really be listening to Drake.
But that's what I'm saying. That lets me know
because
that
he used a lot of references.
This is sparring. I want a nigga to beef.
Well, come on now.
I want his mama not to be safe in the streets.
Well, see, then we end up with motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I like it like this because that way it don't be. I mean, it's personal as fuck. Kendrick is very intentional about who he's talking about, and when he talking about,
what in that lyrics let me know that he's talking about Drake?
He's First Person Shooter is a song that Drake and J. Cole got together.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that at all.
Well, the song is fire. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And then All My Dogs, that's the name of Drake's last project, like For My Dogs or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
So
you see, I gotta keep saying,
but like, come on, tap in. You fuck with Drake, right?
Okay, I'm tapping in. No, I don't know Drake. Drake lost me ever since that nigga started singing and switching ethnicities
I'm with you on
and
that.
stuff like
I'm with
that.
you on
So
that.
I've been off Drake.
I'm with you on that.
Drake, when he first came off, fire as fuck. But when Drake started becoming Rihanna and he started becoming Nicki Minaj and he started to embody all these, he started becoming Burner Boy. I was like, I'm
with you. However, I still listen. Yeah. I still need to hear what he's talking about because.
But you in the music industry.
But the average person that fucks with Drake got a lot of followers. He got too many fans, or he makes too much good music for me not to at least give it a shot.
Yeah.
So with that said, I'm gonna listen with a different kind of ear now, right? Because I like my Drake rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like the singing Drake a little bit too, but he just was going too far with it. And the stuff that he was talking about.
It's like, nigga, you don't even have a singing voice. It's not like you out here. Like,
and I can't really relate to Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the stuff he talking about, hanging out with college girls and shit like that. Bro, you damn near 40, bro. Cut it out.
Yeah.
But if you know Kendrick, him and Kendrick been throwing shots at each other for a long time. It's not beef because they cool. Like, not saying that they might hang out with each other, but they be around each other. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with Cole. Like,
but
Cole
what
and Kendrick
started the beef?
I mean, you know, I think the line, I'm the best from around here and I ain't even from around here. I think that might have rubbed people a
Oh, and
different
Drake
way.
said that.
And then also Kendrick had the verse on Big Sean's song years ago and saying he was the king of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and he mentioned in that song, he mentioned everybody, all his peers. He mentioned them.
That's
And
what I like.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this, he like, man, I already mentioned who I'm talking about.
Okay.
So now y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. And Kendrick been selling like,
And
yo,
where
say my name.
Kendrick been? Because it like he rose from the dead to do this song. Because I ain't heard from
he
him
put
in
a
a while.
project out about 3 years ago and it was going crazy and he went on tour. But Kendrick he not gonna be seen all the time.
Yeah.
He created this mystique about himself
Mm-hmm.
and it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true Cali nigga.
It's not like exactly. It's not like Drake. I think some people want Drake to chill the fuck out right now.
Yeah, because
it's
Drake,
like over Drake.
Drake's motivation now is just seeming like it's pussy. And men
Exactly.
that are motivated by pussy are always seen. Because guess what? They always on the hunt to try to find women. And Drake, that has been his focus. He ain't found nobody. He ain't settled down. He ain't been in a long committed relationship. So therefore, for him to keep kind of feeding his need of women's attention, he has to constantly be out there and be seen. He can't have a mystique. See, Kendrick Lamar can have a mystique about him because he probably got one girl.
He got a family. He got kids.
You see
and
what I'm saying? I didn't
yeah.
even know that about him.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. You can lay low because you got your family, right?
Yeah.
But when you ain't got no family, you got this little blonde hair ass kid who be talking shit. His son kind of little sassy these days.
Well, I mean, shout out to Canada, but we know Canada to be a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he just, listen, I think Drake is an incredible artist. I think
Canada niggas will shoot women, allegedly, because I don't know what to believe nowadays. I don't know if it's true or if it's not true. With all the propaganda.
I'm just saying, I don't think that's not why he went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that.
Okay.
Right? He went to jail for brandishing a weapon and shooting a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you ain't supposed to do that if you don't have no, you're not registered and all that shit out here in California. So
you're not brandishing, period. Even if you are registered, concealed, the moment you pull out your gun to scare somebody with it, if you pull out your gun, you got to use it.
You got to use it. Exactly. So he pulled out a weapon and he shot some rounds in the air. That's why he went to jail. Yeah. That's illegal to do out here. If you don't, exactly. If you don't have no gun license, that's illegal to do out here. So I don't know if he shot her or anything like that, but I mean, something about that shit seems weird.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Some ain't. Yeah. Now that I'm seeing more and more, I'm like, I don't know, but I want to believe he. I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. Yeah. Too many people standing by him, but people stand by.
People stand by people.
Pedophiles
that ain't it for me.
Accusers all the time. So
that ain't it for me. But I do appreciate the fact that Kendrick got people talking about rap music in a different light. You know what I'm saying?
But I wanted him to say Drake name. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
Nicki Minaj went full in.
But I think Nicki was having an episode. I think she was like. I think she.
I'll never pay to see her again. I paid to see her. She showed up 40 minutes late. I'll never pay to see her again. Trash.
I think Nicki was having an episode.
Okay.
I'm not here to confirm or deny. I'm just saying,
definitely prescription pills. Something.
Maybe
but ain't the full cocaine. Syntax? Yeah, something.
Something. Whatever. I mean, your allergies bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because clearly, I went to go see her. She showed up 40 minutes late. I wanted to see her for an hour. She's supposed to be on stage for an hour and a half at Rolling Out Loud. Yeah, Rolling Loud. And she was supposed to be on stage for an hour and a half. Yeah, hour and a half. She showed up 40 minutes late. I was only able to see her for 15 minutes. And I was just like, yeah, I could listen to this on the radio. I paid for VIP tickets, and then she made everybody leave from the VIP area. Yeah, it's just like
Nicki's a lot.
Yeah, she's a lot.
I listen.
Some people don't want to ever admit that they're the problem.
Man.
And I saw that, and I'm a fan, but I don't know.
Rolling Loud ain't the spot though.
Yeah,
I will say that too. Like if you catch her, her in an arena,
but she didn't do that. She didn't have nothing here,
right? Because of Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She had a proximity.
Yeah.
But maybe you could go in Vegas or somewhere. Like if you go see her show, I've seen her show. Yeah. I saw her when her, Drake, and Wayne was on tour years ago, and she did good. And then I saw her again. I think by myself. I took
this
my kids.
This a new Nicki though.
It's definitely a new Nicki. This is definitely, without a doubt, a new Nicki. And I say this wholeheartedly. Shit changed when her and Safari stopped fucking with each other.
Ooh, you think so?
Go listen to the music. Go listen to the music. I'm not saying he was writing her shit, but there is a such thing as somebody being in the room.
Some energy too.
Energy too. There is a such thing as somebody being in the room and saying, "Nah, say it like this."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we know Beyonce started rapping when she started fucking with Jay-Z.
Yeah, and they said she the best rapper. That's what
I mean, Lemonade is a rap album.
That's what Trina said.
Exactly.
And Nicki got mad about that.
When Trina said that shit, I felt everything she said. I knew exactly why she was saying that, because I've been saying
rap,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can rap. She been rapping. Ever since she started
fucking with Jay-Z. But you would put her as one of the best?
I mean, she barring. She definitely barring.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no...
Beyonce is a... when people compare Taylor Swift and Beyonce, I'm like, yo, you gotta be whitewashed.
Man.
Or racist.
Only reason somebody could do that is they strictly looking at numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And America is still 62% white.
Exactly.
So you getting those young white girls going in there, and
I mean, you got black girls that like her tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got black girls like Taylor Swift too. I'm not taking nothing from her. I don't meet
too many.
However, she
makes great music though. I'm not gonna take that away.
Yeah, but if you go see Beyonce and you go see Taylor Swift
dancing at the show, period.
Yes,
Taylor,
I've seen Taylor's show.
Yeah, Taylor ain't got no ass. That right there cancel her off for the best dance moves. Yeah,
not at all. She definitely has not at all.
Yeah,
but
she like Lil Wayne said, she like a bitch with no ass. She ain't got shit.
She ain't got
Even
shit.
though she probably almost a billionaire, she ain't got shit.
But let me say this: the way she treats her fans, though, it's unmatched.
Yeah,
right. You know, she'll do meet and greets and then know everybody's name.
Wow.
So you coming to see her and she like, "What's up, Daphnique? How you doing?"
I'd be like, "What?"
Exactly.
Yeah, that make me feel
that
good.
will fuck you up.
Yeah,
now you gonna go tell 100,000 people that shit. You feel me? And she does shit like have her fans come over her house for Christmas. Like she'll have some, select fans that she picks from social media or whatever her fan group is, and they come spend Christmas with her. Like, have you ever heard Beyonce do anything remotely close to that?
Think not saying close to Beyonce.
Beyonce do a lot of shit.
Beyonce don't even let a whole lot of other celebrities close to her. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I get it. I understand why. And she shows up.
That's nice to know. I'm glad you told me. That's something to be studied.
She shows up for her fans. You know what I'm saying? They do these iHeart Music Awards shit. She's there. In there with everybody else.
Yeah,
like
dancing and knowing everybody.
Yeah, I ain't got to be here taking pictures with Flavor Flav and all kinds of shit.
And he ugly. Don't nobody want to take a picture with Flavor Flav.
Well, I mean, apparently, you know what I'm saying?
That show was a hit, though. Flavor of Love.
Oh, yeah, that's what started it all. Yeah. That started all this gangster shit. That started all this gangster shit. Flavor Flav. Who would have ever known? Like, I grew up on Public Enemy, and I never would have thought that he would turn into some kind of reality show star.
And then remember he was the old white woman, Bridget.
Yes,
I liked them together though. That was a cute little couple.
Bridget, I really
liked her though.
That was the girl from
Rocky. She was
a
supermodel, yeah.
Yeah, she was from Rocky, right? Rocky 3.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, we got. I think Beyonce is the closest thing we had to Michael Jackson.
Of course.
So every time she goes on tour, I'm gonna go, whether I like the tour or not. I just want to see that. I've seen Michael Jackson, I've seen Prince, and this is the
and all her music
thing.
Don't sound the same. That's what I like about her.
I'm not really a big fan of the Renaissance shit.
Yeah, but You Won't Break My Soul. That song make me cry.
Yeah, that shit was hard. Speaking of this, let me go back because I needed to say something. You read those lyrics.
Yeah.
And one of the lyrics.
You want me to read them again?
Well, no, because I remember them.
You say I don't be reading that good, but
well, you definitely sound like you was a first grader, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I understand you may not have to read often.
I read actually pretty well.
I mean, you was, you was looking like it was a white ball.
See, Trump just text me again. You see that? I'm so sick of him.
Oh yeah.
I block every single thing that he says.
Oh yeah, you must have voted for him or something.
No, I just don't know how they got my number. I think that when I made that video talking about Biden was too old, I think somebody surrendered my number to this nigga, and he been texting me ever since.
One of the lyrics that Kendrick says was, "Prince outlived M. Jack." right? Because
Barely, but what that's supposed to mean?
well, Drake thinks he Michael Jackson, which is ludicrous to me.
Oh.
So he be saying, "Yo, I got one more than Mike," and this kind of shit. He be talking shit about Michael Jackson as if he's that nigga. Like, nigga, you not.
Now you don't make me unfollow Drake.
Oh no, this one like this is
Let
facts.
me, you know what? I'm unfollowing Drake right now. Go ahead, keep talking because I'm
So-
unfollowing him. If
so-
he compared himself to Michael Jackson,
Yeah, he's done it several times, and motherfuckers will be like out here trying to like
champagne poppy. Okay, look, no, I'm serious. You think
You
I'm
definitely-
joking?
you'll-
Look,
you you unfollowing him for
unfollow
real.
him. Don't you ever?
Oh yeah, nah. Well, he be out here.
Now you got one less follower from your 146 million. Now
Yeah.
I'm not saying I won't ever follow you again.
Yeah,
but for right now,
yeah, we
at
can't be
least-
doing
yeah.
that. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's when Kendrick says Prince outlived MJ. You know what I'm saying? Like as if to say, nigga, you know, when you look at it,
when
somebody
he say outlive, do he mean actual life?
yes, the life of somebody may say Michael Jackson is the greatest performer of all time.
Absolutely.
But arguably, they may say Prince might be one of the greatest entertainers
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
Musicians,
I've heard
rather.
that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Musicians of all time. So Kendrick is okay. Yeah, you could be
MJ.
and I'm gonna be Prince.
Yeah.
And you know, when it come down to it, this is what I'm delivering. So that was an interesting bar that's got, you know, Twitter and everything going crazy because like they like, yo, I don't understand that. And that's lyrically
Yeah.
why they saying it like that. There's a lot of punchlines in that verse. And I know people on both sides. And it was interesting because yesterday I was like, man, they need to put Kendrick in Webster. And some of my people over at Dreamville was sending thumbs down and all this kind because
Y'all, the group chat.
in my DM, they like, yo, that ain't it. Like that wasn't it. And I get it. Like they too close to the elephant. And I'm like, man, Cole just caught like strays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they talk about the big three, Kendrick, Cole, and Drake, right? And he and Kendrick like, nah, ain't no big three. It's just big me. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Both
saying?
of y'all light skinned niggas can
Exactly.
sit down.
And like it, and I get what Cole was trying to do. I get though, like
Hey, he just trying to get a check at this moment.
not only that, Cole been spazzing for the last couple of years on other people's shit and yada. But the fact that them two niggas clicked up, it do look a little weird from a hip hop standpoint. Like,
and they both light skinned.
and I mean, you know, then there's light skin on light skin.
Yeah, it's
you know
a
what I'm
lot
saying?
of.
So it's like
it's Canadian against. It's a lot going on.
and it's like, man, like, you know, if we cool, we could be cool, but we ain't gotta go like cool and go on tour together. Cool,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's hip hop. Now, if the three of them had did a song together, we probably wouldn't be having this issue. But I feel like if they did a song together, they're gonna be taking shots at each other.
Oh, but see, another thing, Kendrick Lamar has never been one of my favorite rappers, and I say this because I felt like he was a spoken word rapper.
Gotcha.
Like he sounds like he's doing spoken word on a track.
Yeah.
And that's just never been
It's
my
not
style.
harmony.
I feel like whenever he's on somebody else's shit,
He go crazy.
He going to the moon.
Yeah.
But when he's just his whole CD, I don't relate to it because it's just spoken word on.
I mean, listen, it is poetry.
Yeah.
It's all of that. Like that's what.
But still, Tupac was a poet, but he still, you know what I mean.
He's
still
a direct
lighted up-
descendant of Tupac.
Yeah, but Tupac.
Kendrick is
in
a
the gutter.
direct descendant of Tupac.
But Tupac in the gutter though.
Tupac is definitely
Tupac
in the gutter.
just like you
Yeah.
know too.
I mean, listen, I get what you're saying.
And I'm not a hip hop head, so I don't know if I'm really articulating myself to the point where it's understandable. But
Do you listen to J. Cole?
Sometimes.
See, some people may say
Only
J.
the
Cole
hits.
is too preachy. Some people may say J. Cole is too preachy, but I would never say nothing like that. I think he's an incredible rapper. I think some of the stuff that if you listen to Cole, you can close your eyes and he can paint a picture for you.
Mhm.
I think Kendrick does the same thing. To me, Good Kid, Mad City is like listening to a movie.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Okay, so that was his.
Maybe I gotta check it out. Give
Yes,
it a try.
you gotta tap in to that project.
But see, I listen to.
least.
I'm a comedian. I listen to more like podcasts and stuff like that. So yeah, I haven't gave everybody CD a,
Stop
a
saying
try.
CD because when the last time you
What is
used
it called? Record?
Just project,
album.
music. You when you playing CDs? You got
A
CDs in your
beef.
car? You got CDs in your car? Your car got a CD player? I don't think your car got a CD player.
I got an older car. I still got my car because it's paid off.
It ain't no.
So I'm
It's
riding
2000 what? 17, 19?
16.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
no
got a
CD
little
player
CD
in
player
it.
in
For
there.
real?
Yeah.
You ain't listening to none of them.
Nah.
Exactly.
Oh,
When you
Apple
listen to music, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna do away with CDs. We not gonna
Okay,
say
just
it.
because you in the music industry don't mean you gotta be all specific and like
I'm
you
just
so
saying,
much better because
I don't want
you
you-
up on current times
I
and
don't
stuff.
want you out here saying cassette tapes. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck around and say that. You know what a cassette
I ain't
tape
never
is,
had
right?
a guest bring their own water.
Yeah, but you ain't offering me shit.
You can't talk for 30 minutes without. Look at it. You doing an old long ass sip too.
Yeah, I mean,
You know a nigga old when he got to bring his own water.
Now,
He don't even trust everybody's water.
Exactly. Why you think I keep this skin popping?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I drink water, I smoke good weed, and I mind my motherfucking business.
Yeah. I love it.
All right. What else? Where we at? Where we going?
I thought it was a good episode.
Me too. Thanks for having me.
Tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Amir, AmirKhary, Amir Kari. Yeah.
I like that name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You want to name your baby that? Some
Yeah.
people, there's a couple of women that have named them kids after me.
So
They not mine.
how you know?
I know they not mine. And both my first name and middle name, they done told me like, yo, I named my daughter, my son after
Daughter
you.
and son. What?
Well, they can't name their daughter. Some of them have named their daughter after me. Yeah.
Which one?
Amira, my youngest daughter.
Oh, okay. Your
Well,
daughter. Yeah.
My daughter's name is Amira, but if Amir and Amir means prince, Amira means princess. So I know some women have named their daughters
After you. You're so influential.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
important,
you know,
but not famous.
we did some shit, you know what I mean? And they was like, oh, I want to.
You ate the booty
keep it.
one time. Now they was like,
I
I'm gonna name my
definitely ate the
baby.
booty.
Ah! And now you dead. Yeah, I mean, if a nigga eat the booty, you might as well name your baby after her.
I definitely ate the
Shit.
booty. You know
But
what
it's
I'm saying?
popular nowadays.
Yeah.
You was eating booty before it was popular?
Yeah, shit. We
Yeah.
was young. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Shit.
It's so mainstream nowadays.
Yeah, it's so mainstream. It
It's
ain't
so
nothing
casual.
no more.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
ain't even special.
Yeah.
But that's why you got them babies, because you was doing it before.
Oh, I was having sex long before I had babies.
Oh.
Man, shout out to pro-choice.
Damn. Not Roe versus Wade would have took your
Nigga,
swag.
Oh, what?
You
Man,
had about
listen.
8 kids, huh?
That's why I don't see. I'm gonna give you some albums you should go listen to. Right?
I can say albums.
Yeah, you can say albums. You know what I'm saying? You can say projects.
Yeah.
Just don't say CDs.
Okay.
So CDs sound like you like 70.
Well,
You
shit,
feel
I'm
me?
a little
All right.
millennial.
Killer Mike, who won 3
Oh,
Grammys.
yeah.
Right? Swept the Grammys. Has a song.
Got in the fight. I was like, Killer Mike.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he probably
you
was
gotta be
pumped
somebody
up
else,
and
yeah.
excited about what was going on.
I don't
and
even know if it
hating
was
ass
a
police.
fight. Yeah, but it's just
Hating
might
ass
have helped,
police.
yeah.
You know, security guard. Well, let's say, because it be the security guard who be doing the most. It be the securities ones who don't even have a
Who
weapon.
can't even pass a test.
Man, listen, you making $125 for the day. Cut it.
Yeah.
Stop playing with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm celebrating. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
I done won the Grammys. I swept the
They
Grammys.
mad because they football career ain't go through.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Or they basketball career ain't go through. I swept. Not that I just win 1 Grammy. I won all 3 of them hoes. And you telling me how I can celebrate or who can come back here with me? Fuck that.
Turn up.
Turn the motherfucker up. And y'all ain't put the shit on TV. Y'all ain't put his part on TV. And it still was the most talked about part of the whole fucking Grammys. All right. So I digress. He had a song. He played his album for me 2 months before it came out. And he had a song that talks about having an abortion. Like, you know, when as he was growing up. Because when we was young, we was outside. And, you know, you doing your thing. And then you got a girlfriend or 2 or whatever, and you having sex unprotected. And then next
3
thing,
or 4. Okay, go
I mean,
ahead.
you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to think. This is before Eazy-E had it. Like, motherfuckers was outside.
Niggas had the crabs to clap.
You know what I'm saying? When Magic got it, we was like, oh, we don't be around people like Magic. You know what I'm saying? When Eazy got it, he was like, hold up, we might know some people that Eazy hit.
Okay.
It's like, I'm just saying.
But
nonetheless, he had a song talking about abortions, and it hit home. So, again, you know what I'm saying? That's like, you got to think, back in the day, you had $350. You in the 10th grade?
Damn. 10th grade.
Yeah, we was wild outside, man.
Oof.
We was wild, man. Wild times. Glad I never would have made it.
When you
So
get to
glad I
heaven,
made
all
it.
them kids gonna be like, Daddy.
Hey man, shoot. Who says I'm going?
Okay. Talk to me. I want to go. I don't even know if I want to go to heaven. I know I don't want to go to hell, but I need like a middle ground.
What's it called? Purgatory?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I kind of want to hang around
I
there
feel
too.
like it'd be like
Yeah,
fun
because
up in there.
I'm gonna still be
Heaven
wanting.
seems like it gotta be too uptight. You know what I mean?
Well, I still want to go down to hell one time and leave me like, hey, what's going on? That
Hell no,
motherfucker
nigga.
shake up, because
Hey.
hell might be like popping.
Yeah.
And then you could just like, nah, I'm leaving now.
Yeah, because every time I ever go do some hellish shit, it be popping.
Be popping. You have a good
but
time.
when you hang out with friends that's clean, don't do drugs, that shit be cool, but you don't want to do that for the rest of eternity. What you say it's called?
Purgatory.
Purgatory.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to be up in there.
I think that's where the Catholics, they believe in, like purgatory.
Yeah, I want to be up in there. That's definitely where I want to hang out. Because guess what? Ain't none of your favorite rappers. Whitney Houston did crack and cocaine. Yeah. She ain't gonna be in heaven. We want to be in the purgatory. Yeah, she ain't kill nobody, so she ain't gonna go to hell. We just want that middle ground.
Man, shout out to Ray J. Ray J introduced me to Whitney Houston one time.
For real?
Man,
I heard she was fun.
She was a fun.
Yeah.
She hung out with us.
Yeah,
at the
I heard
club.
she be talking shit.
Yeah, she was talking so much shit
crazy
that night.
Because Mike Epps used to do a joke where she was like, come here, nigga, let me talk to you. And say she'll walk off and smoke her cigarettes.
Yeah. She. That was man. One day I'm gonna write a book. Cause that was one of them nights. I ain't gonna snitch. It ain't nobody I need to snitch on. Joking. But I have had some amazing. Yes, you know what I'm saying, and it's still happening. You know what I mean. But
every day.
Yeah, absolutely. But I had some times. You know, somebody be like, "Yo, what was one of your wild moments?" And I'll be like, "Yo, that time Ray J introduced me to Whitney Houston. And we hung out at the club in Atlanta."
Yeah. I met Eddie Murphy at his house.
Oh wow! Mm-hmm. I think my barber told me he cut his hair at his house, and he said,
for real?
Yeah. Gee, he said he cut his hair a couple of times.
He cut Eddie Murphy hair? He told me that.
And he said he was so struck about the nigga's house, because he was like, he got palm trees in his house, right? So he was like
a resort. Yeah,
that's what he said. He said, man, I was so motherfucking like in awe of this shit. I just started walking around the house and they put me out. And then he said, like, he couldn't believe it. Yeah, he said he couldn't believe it.
When it's time for you to go, they gonna come pack you up.
Yeah, so he said at the time he was married, he was like, I had to take my wife out here to see this shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then they came down, was like, y'all gotta leave. Like he's like, man, he done fucked that gig up.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, I've hung out with Stevie Wonder. You know,
I hung out with Stevie Wonder too.
I've had Father's Day and Thanksgiving with him.
Dave Chappelle was like, hey, you want to hang out? And then Dave Chappelle, when he invited me to the place, he told me no phones.
Yeah.
And Stevie Wonder was there. I met Stevie Wonder, Nas, and John, what's his name? The white boy that played the guitar?
Mayer.
John Mayer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So we got some stories to tell.
We
do that on another episode.
Yeah. We can do that.
Turn up.
Turn up.
All right, y'all check out Amir K on social media.
Yeah, Amir Khary. Amir AmirKhary. And Mr. Important Not Famous. A very accomplished music executive, but culture executive. Maybe I need to just say culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't just music.
Definitely describes you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Comedy industry, everything.
Yeah, I done a lot.
Thank you, everybody. That's Unapologetically Daphnique.
Follow, like, comment, and subscribe.